Oh no, I don't want anything to eat. Bullshit. All right. Here we go. All right. I got 3.3, 11/5. Oh gosh, I wish we get to derivatives. Let h of x equals, oh my God, we keep playing these games with these homework questions. Let h of x equal 5f of x plus 3g of x, where the graphs of f and g are shown, blah, blah, blah. Find h of, how in the hell am I going to, okay, we got to have an equation first. So I guess we got to find the equation of these. The graphs of f and g are shown. Okay, h of x is 5x plus 3g. Okay, I'm assuming that they want you to find the equation of the red and the green. I guess. I mean, that's what I would do. I don't know how. You got 0, 0 right here, and find a good point, 10 and 5. Now, I'm going to address this. I've never seen this problem before. I'm going to go with this problem how I would do it, but I don't know. It says we got a line. I'm going to draw this first. And that's 5, 10. 5, 10. And that's f of x. And then we've got another line in red at 0 and 8. And it's going to 10 and 3. And they said they say h of x is equal to 5f of x plus 3g of x. All right, this is what I've got. Now, I'm assuming that we got to find an equation. So that's at 0, 0. So g of x, the y is equal to, or m is equal to 10 minus 0 over 5 minus 0, which is 2. And I'm going to pick 0, 0 for my point. So y minus 0 is equal to 2 times x minus 0. And y is equal to 2x. So the equation for f of x is 2x. And the red line, let's go with m is equal to x sub 2, y sub 2, x sub 1, y sub 1. Okay. Oh, y'all can't see? Or why don't y'all say something? Is it just a crime for y'all to say something?
No, I just didn't want to interrupt.
My God, how long would y'all have went without saying something? Those Tide Pods, I ain't kidding you. I think they've affected y'all's judgment. Now, can you see it?
Yes, we can see it now.
Yes,
Thank you. Well, we lost $7.5 million last year. Oh, I forgot to tell you, boss. Yeah, you're fired. Anyway, 3 minus 8 over 10 minus 0. M is equal to 3 minus 8 is -5. 10 minus 0 is 10. So -1/2. Y minus 8 is equal to -1/2 times x minus 0. Y minus 8 is equal to -1/2 x plus 8. So y is equal to -1/2 x plus 8. So now I've got two equations. G of x is equal to -1/2 x plus 8. So now they said h of x is equal to 5 times this plus 3 times this. Now again, I haven't seen this problem before, so I'm guessing that I'm doing it correctly. So f of x is equal to 2x, and g of x is equal to -1/2 x plus 8, and h of x is equal to 5 times f of x plus 3 times g of x. So 5 times 2x plus 3 times -1/2 x plus 8. So 10x minus 3/2 x plus 24. And let's see, 20/2 x minus 3/2 x. So h of x is equal to 20 minus 3 is 17/2 x plus 24. Now, by what they've given me, I think that should be the equation. And then you want to plug in, they want what? H of what? H prime of 4. Well, we've got h of x. So h prime of x is equal to 17/2. So it doesn't matter what h of 4 is, it should be 17/2. I have a feeling before we even do this problem that I've done it completely wrong because they haven't given us very much information. But I'm going to put 17/2. Is this a test question? That would be a hell to the no. 17, because this is ridiculous. 17 divided by 2. And we got it right. I don't believe it. Why couldn't I plug in? Somebody tell me why I couldn't plug in -4 or 4. Why couldn't I plug it in? Because there's no x. There's no variable. When you take the derivative of this, it becomes that, and there's nowhere for me to plug in the 4. I'm very surprised we got that right, because sometimes they give you one of these off-the-wall questions, and even though pragmatically I answer the question, it doesn't want that. So hopefully y'all understand what I'm talking about.
Are these questions supposed to help us?
This one doesn't. A lot of these questions that we've been doing for homework the last couple of days, last week and today, no, so far, the only thing that helps you is those difference quotients we did. What day was it? Friday or Thursday? Thursday we did the difference quotient. Those help. Somebody sent something in the. Okay, I want to make sure. There we go. All right, does anybody have a question on this one? Okay, so not a very good test question. Next question.
Priority 1 message coming in on secured channel.
3.363. 3.363/19. Oh, hopefully this is a derivative. Yes. Find the values with the slope of the curve. Okay, first of all, ignore A and B right now. F of x is equal to x squared minus 2x minus 7. This is what I want everybody to do. I want everybody to do this by the difference quotient, and then I want you to do it by the product rule of calculus. So I want you to divide your paper into 2 columns. Most of the column is going to be on the left-hand side because that's the algebra. So you might want to divide your paper into 1/4 and then 3/4 like this. Okay, we're going to do the difference quotient over here. Difference quotient and limit as h approaches 0. Okay, mute your mics, please, unless you've got a question. And over here, we're going to do the power rule of calculus. Please mute your mics. Now somebody's tapping. I mean, I don't mind it, but it does bother other students. So f of x plus h, so that's going to be parentheses squared minus 2 times parentheses minus 7 minus x squared minus 2x minus 7 all over h.
That's a minus. Would it be plus 2x plus 7? Because the minus sign would apply to both of them.
Right here, I haven't distributed it yet.
Oh, okay. Sorry. My bad.
That's all right, Miss Crosby. I appreciate you communicating and paying attention. Thank you. No, what you should have done, Miss Crosby, is wait till I got to the end of the problem, then ask your question. Yeah, that's what you should have done. Wait 15 minutes. But don't say anything. Don't ask a question. Anyway, I'm sorry. I just don't understand the Tide Pod generation. All right, so I plugged in x plus h. And now we're going to get the shortcut number 1. And that's going to be x squared plus 2xh plus h squared minus 2x minus 2h minus 7 minus
You have a
plus
email.
plus. And that's going to be a minus x squared plus 2x plus 7. I think that's what you were talking about, right, Miss Crosby?
Yeah.
And that is going to be divided by h.
Mr. Hebert,
Yes.
you have 2 minus 2x's when you're supposed to have a minus 2h.
Thank you. I saw that. My eyeballs hit it just as soon as you said that. Thank you. All right. So x squared, let's get our red pen out. X squared cancels. 2x cancels. 7 cancels. And I'm going to go ahead and factor out a h. So h right here, parentheses, 2x plus h minus 2 over h. And that h cancels. And limit as h approaches 0 of 2x plus h minus 2. And that 0 cancels that out. So our derivative is 2x minus 2. So f prime of x is equal to 2x minus 2. Go up here. F of x is equal to x squared minus 2x to the first minus 7x to the 0. Use your power rule. 2 goes out front, minus 1, 2x, 2 minus 1, minus 1 times 2x to the 1 minus 1, minus 0 times 7 times x to the 0 minus 1. And you notice that the last one, since 7 is a constant, it does what? It goes out. And that's going to leave us with 2x to the first minus 2x to the 0, which is 2x minus 2. That is what I'm going to test you on. All this other crap, okay, I thought this was going to be 3.2, 3.1 through 3.3, but I had no idea they were going to put, the train traveling west and the train traveling south, and how many nickels does Bobby have in his pocket? All right. That's what they're doing in 3.1 and 3.2. This is what I'm going to test you on. 80% of your test is going to come from either the difference quotient or the power rule or the product rule, quotient rule, or chain rule. I just want everybody to understand that. And the difference quotient is going to make up the 20%. I'm not going to, some of these questions are just ridiculous. So here's what we got. Our function, f of x is equal to x squared minus 2x minus 7. So we know that function has got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got a y-intercept of -7. It's a regular parabola. I'm going to go over here and just do it. X squared minus 2x plus blank is equal to 7 plus blank. Half of 2 is 1 squared is 1. 1. X minus 1, quantity squared, is equal to 8. So positive 1, negative 8. There's our vertex. Vertex is 1, comma, negative 8. Square root of both sides. Well, the square root of 9 is 3, so that's going to be 2.8. So x minus 1 is equal to positive or negative 2.8. X is equal to positive or negative 2.8 plus 1. It's going to be 3.8. And negative 3.8. Okay, that's what the graph looks like. And let's see what the question is going to ask, because I want you to be able to ascertain what the heck you're doing in this class. It says, find the value of x for which the slope of the curve is equal to 0. Where on this curve is the slope equal to 0? Come on now, just look at the curve and use a little bit of what? Critical thinking / common sense, and tell me where the slope is equal to 0. This is a red marker. That means it's very important, so you might want to write this down. Anybody want to take a guess at where the slope of the tangent line is equal to 0?
Vertex.
It's amazing. Thank you. I don't know who said that, but you are a winner. M is equal to 0 at the vertex. Write that down. That is a standardized test question. All right, let's see what the next question says. Find the values of x for which the slope of the curve is equal to negative 10. So we got to set the slope, f prime of x is equal to 2x minus 2. So what are we going to set this equal to? Negative what? Negative 10 is equal to 2x minus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Negative 8 is equal to 2x. X is equal to what? Negative what? 4. So at negative 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right here. What is the slope of this orange line? That means I want somebody to say it. What's the slope of that orange line?
Negative 10.
Thank you. Is this a good test question? There's different test questions in this. There's one test question right there. There's two test questions right there. This could be a test question by itself, either asking you for the vertex, that could be a test question, or asking you for the slope of a line at x is equal to 4. Slope of the tangent line. So 4 test questions right here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Capiche? Thank God we're finally doing some good questions. No offense against the questions that y'all are sending. It's the book's fault. This book is going around trying to teach a simple concept. I believe it's overcompensating a little bit, kind of like the squatted trucks. All right, 3.3, 67/20. Now, am I adding the difference quotient on some of these? Because 3.3 is the product, it is the power rule. So I'm doing the difference quotient as a kind of added extra work. And some of you that want to get the extra practice. I know that's not many of you, but you know, there may be a couple of you out there. All right, try that one. Just don't worry about what it says. Just, I want you to find the derivative by the difference quotient and by the power rule. So we're going to do, let me write it down, f of x, 12 times the square root of x minus 2x. All right, I'm going to give y'all, I'm going to use my handy dandy timer. I'm going to give y'all 2 minutes to do this problem. And if you can't do it in 2 minutes, then we all know what that means, right? Somebody fill us in on what that means.
They're a failure.
You're a failure. I'll give you 3 minutes. Y'all want me to play Jeopardy music for those that are participating? I thought that guy was tearing this thing.
Priority 1 message coming in on secured channel.
Okay. So I'm already starting to write this down. And we're going to plug in x plus h. And when we do that, we're going to get the square root, 12 square root of x plus h minus 2 x plus h, 2x
Priority 1 message
minus
coming in on
2h
secured channel.
minus 12 square root of x plus 2x. And the 2x's cancel. I don't know if that's going to help us very much or not. I don't think it is. I might want to leave it like this and do the conjugate. I think I will. I think I'll leave it like this and do the conjugate, because I see that that's not heading in the right direction. So the conjugate of 12 minus 2 minus 12 minus 2 is the green plus the orange. So I'm going to multiply by 12 square root of x plus h minus 2x plus h plus 12 square root of x minus 2x over 12 square root of x plus h minus 2 times x plus h plus 12 square root of x minus 2x. Now that may not help us very much, but at least I can say I tried. And that's going to get rid of the parentheses here and the parentheses here. I meant the radical. So I'm going to write it in. So that plus this is going to give you 12 square root of x plus h minus 2 x plus h raised to the second power minus 12 square root of x minus 2x raised to the second power. A plus b times a minus b is equal to a squared minus b squared, all over h times 12 times, no. That would be 12 square root of x plus h minus 2 x plus h plus 12 square root of x minus 2x. That's going to be 144. That pen is going in the trash. 144 x plus h, because the x plus h squared, it's going to do away with that, minus 4 times x plus h squared. Good gracious, this is going to be a mess. Yeah. we're not gonna finish this one out. This one's not designed. We're gonna go ahead and go with the power rule. Now remember, I told you I added the difference quotient onto this one just for a little bit of extra practice. This one is going to be a mess, so we don't need to go any further on this one. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do the power rule. 12x to the 1/2 minus 2x to the 1 power. And that's f of x. And I'm going to bring this out front. Bring this out front. So f prime of x is equal to 1/2 times 12 times x to the 1/2 minus 1 minus 1 times 2 x to the 1 minus 1. And f prime of x is equal to 1/2 times 12, put a 12 up here, it'll be 12 over 2, x to the negative 3/2 minus 2x to the 0. And that's going to be f prime of x is equal to 6 x to the negative 3/2 minus 2. Now I'm running out of room, but there's 2 or 3 different ways you could write this answer. Okay. I'm going to put too messy here. So there's your derivative. Let's see if they like the negative exponent. Let's see what they like. I'm going to punch it in. Okay, well, they don't. Let's see. The tangent line is horizontal at the points. Okay, we got to find the vertex. Well, this is a square root, so it's going to be find all the points. Let me show you something right quick. A square root, if you take the square root of 12, let's see, f of x, it's going to be hard to find that. Y is equal to 12 times the square root, second square root of x minus 2x. And I didn't clear the stupid. Oh. I swear I hate these calculators. Let me start over. 12. And look at it. It's 12 square root of x minus I'm about ready to just quit. Minus 2x. There's the vertex right there. So it does have a vertex. All right, good. So let's find the vertex. That's going. We'll just find the vertex with the calculator. So second, trace, maximum. And left is going to be somewhere right in there. The right is going to be somewhere in there. And the vertex, there's vertex 9 and 18. So write that down. The vertex is 9 and 18. Vertex is equal to 9, 18. Therefore, and that's where whenever you have a vertex, your horizontal line is right there at the vertex. So with that being said, they said, where is the horizontal line at x is equal to 9 and 18? 9 and 18. So that should be your answer. The tangent line is horizontal at the points. Well, I'm going to put parentheses 9, 18, close parentheses. That should be your answer. The tangent line has a slope of -1/2. So you got to find -1/2 is equal to 6x to the -3/2 minus 2. All right, y'all do that part. This is A, and this is B. Solve that. Go ahead and add 2 on both sides. So -1/2 plus 4/2 is what? 3/2 is equal to 6x to the -3/2. Excuse me. Well, you can take the log of both sides, or you could definition of a logarithm. I'm going to let y'all figure out which one you want to do. So I'm going to take the log of both sides. Log of 3/2 is equal to the log of 6x to the -3/2, and I'm going to bring that -3/2 out front. Natural log of 3/2 is equal to -3/2 times natural log of 6x, and well, no, that's not going to work either. So we might have to use the definition of a logarithm, because that x is with the 6. Yeah, that's not going to help us. Yeah, we're going to use definition of a logarithm. So that will be y is equal to, wait a minute, x is equal a to the y. And that's going to be y, that's x. Y is -3/2 is equal to log base 6x. This is not turning out the way I want it to. Of +3/2. Yeah, this is not working out right at all. Because that 6x, that variable is, oh, I should have divided by 6. I forgot to divide by 6. I'm sorry. That's where I messed up. -1/2 is equal to 6x to the negative 3 halves minus 2. I'm going to add 2, and that's going to be 4 halves, so that's 3 halves, equals 6x to the negative 3 halves. There we go. Divide by 6 over 1, multiply by 1 over 6, and that cancels 2, and no, that's a 1 and that's a 2. I get 1/4 is equal x to the negative 3 halves. There we go. And now this is 1 over x, but I can multiply both sides, raise both sides to the negative 2/3 power. And that gives me x is equal to 1/4 to the negative 2/3 power, which I could flip that, and I would get x is equal to 4 to the 2/3 power. And that's exponent over index. So that's going to be the 3rd root of 4 to the 2nd power, which is what? The 3rd root of 16? That's what I get. So that doesn't look very good. 2 times 8, the 3rd root of 8, times the 3rd root of 2, which is 2 times the cube root of 2. Not a very nice problem. And I don't see a radical, so we
Yeah,
could have.
I don't even know who it is, but I know it's on tonight.
It's wrong?
Nuh-uh.
What? I can't. Y'all gotta speak up. What? Okay. I'm just gonna type in 3. Let's see what it says. They got 16 and 16. Whew. We didn't get 16. So maybe y'all can see where I went wrong. We got the first part right, correct? Didn't we get 9 and 18 for the vertex? Yes or no?
Yeah, we got that one right.
All right, well, let me go back and do it again. Okay, I got 6x to the negative 3 halves minus 2 is equal to negative 1/2. I must have done something wrong with the algebra. Well, it's going to drive me crazy, so this kind of stuff drives me crazy. Negative 1/2 is equal to 6x to the negative 3 halves minus 2. I'm going to add 2 on both sides. Add 2, which is 4 halves. And that's 3 halves is equal to 6x to the negative 3 halves. Divide by 6. Divide by 6. Multiply by 1/6. And that's going to be 3 over 12. And 3 over 12 is 1/4. Is that what? Didn't I get that? I didn't get that. I didn't get that at all. That may be where I messed up. All right, check it and see. 1/4 equals x to the negative 3 halves. And I'm going to, I can raise this to the negative 2/3 power. Raise this to the negative 2/3 power. and x is equal to 4 raised to the 2/3 power. And 4 raised to the 2/3 power is the same thing as saying exponent over index. So that's the 3rd root of 4 to the 2nd power. I'm getting a 16, but I'm not getting it where I'm supposed to get it. Is equal to x, and I get the 3rd root of 16. I'm getting a 16, but I'm not getting where I'm supposed to get it. If I wrote down the problem down correctly, can anybody shed some light on where I messed up? 12 square root of x minus 2x. Well, I got 16, but I don't know why I can't get rid of the cube. Exponent over index. We'll have to come back to this one because I'll have to look and see. Nobody's going to say anything. Y'all all get the wrong answer? Tell me, what'd you get?
I ain't getting
Somebody
anything.
please say something. Hello?
Mhm. I ain't getting.
Okay, somebody that got an answer, what did you get? So nobody got an answer. Miss Crosby, did you get an answer?
No, I didn't. I don't think it's right.
Okay. Miss Brown, did you get an answer?
I finished this homework. I can send a screenshot of what I got for it when I get home. I'm on the way to a
That's
doctor's
all right.
appointment. Sorry.
No, that's fine. I'm just trying to find somebody that will communicate with me. Mr. Pagella, did you do this one?
I did it most of the way. My question to you is, what did you multiply when you had 1/4 equals 3 square root of x?
Right here.
Yeah, if you can go back. Yeah, like why'd you multiply by the reciprocal of those, or yeah, raise
I
it by
wanted
the
to
power?
get this x to the 1st power. You gotta get x to the 1st power, so I raised this to the negative 2/3, raise this to the negative 2/3. What's the reciprocal of negative 3/2?
So it
Negative 2/3. I want this to be x to the 1st power.
So when you did 1/4 raised to the negative 2/3, wouldn't that still be negative and not positive?
Well, I flipped this upside down, and when you flip inside the parentheses, it makes this negative 2/3 a positive 2/3.
Okay.
Anybody else? Mr. Nicolini, did you get an answer? I have to come back to this one because I don't understand. I'm getting the 16. Evidently, I'm leaving out something because I'm supposed to be getting that as the answer. So I'm leaving out something. We'll come back to that one. I want to move on so I can get to other things, new things. And I got to hurry. All right, let's come back to that one. 3.3, 82, 24. 3.3, 82, 24. the limit as, oh gosh, x is equal to 0, or x of e to the x minus 1 over x represents f prime of a for some function f and some function real numbers. Find a possible function and number a. Evaluate the limit by computing. Oh my God. So much for the good questions. Okay, I'm not going to worry about this one. Not time permitting. I'm going to move on. I'm not being picky. I'm coming back to it later. I'm not going to waste time at the end of class going over one of those. 3.3, 85/25. Let's see if this is a decent. Okay, this is, you're going to conjugate this one. You're going to conjugate, that'd be the square root of 49 plus h plus square root of 49 over the square root of 49 plus h plus the square root of 49. You can turn that into 7 if you want to. And we'll stop there. I'm not going to worry about these two. We'll stop there. I don't think we're ever going to get to the derivatives. We started good there for a second. Now we're back on these whatever questions. All right, let's stop there because I don't want y'all going into convulsions. Let's see, what time is it? It's yeah, it's already 1:08. About 3 minutes from now, some of y'all are going to be changing into vampires or werewolves. So let's go ahead and stop right there. Oh. So let me go to the enrollment and let me go to the faculty attendance tracker. Turn this off. Turn the recording off.